I have a quick question for you. Do you guys know who the Greek god of death is? Specifically, the personification of death? Because if you said Hades, you'd actually be wrong. Don't worry, this won't be on the exam, but it will be on the final destination, that is. One of my goals with this video is to rectify the common misconception, specifically by explaining to you one of my interpretations of major godhood in terms of Greek myth. This video will not be for the faint of heart. If you are already a well-read and well-researched person who already knows generally where the direction of this video is going to be headed, I implore you to turn back now, because I am just an enthusiast, a Greek mythology enthusiast who wants to rectify misconception. I am not a historian, nor am I a mythological or theological researcher. So it's just my own personal interpretations. I'm just making shit up. My source, trust me, bro. Oh my god, I hate that. Okay. Disney's Hercules laid the groundwork for not just this misconception, but a really big misunderstanding of how Greek mythology works internally. See, because in the movie, there's this hierarchical relationship between Zeus and Hades. Poseidon, I don't think gets that much of a mention in the movie, because of course the movie's about Hercules, so we just see Zeus and Hades. Hades is just interpreted as this mean, pissed off little brother to Zeus who wants the throne. That doesn't make sense. It serves the narrative well because Hercules now has an enemy to be opposed to. But according to what I've read, ancient Greeks didn't see the world as top-down. They saw it as broken into 3 equal parts. And so there were 3 major gods, 3 brothers, that ruled over those places. The underworld had just as much of an importance as the overworld. The sea had just as much of an importance as the sky. Zeus wasn't any better or worse than Poseidon or Hades. Hades had just as much, if not more, power than Zeus because he was ruler of the underworld. And I want you to take note of that specific distinction. Hades isn't the Greek embodiment of death. He's the ruler of the underworld. In a way, he's kind of like a supernatural landlord. Blah! And that extends to the other 2 brothers as well, all 3 being rulers of their domain. Poseidon isn't the embodiment of the sea. That goes to another minor deity. Poseidon presides over the sea. Poseidon is more like an apartment landlord, just presiding over the oceanic apartments that are hosting all these creepy old men and crazy nymphs. Okay, but if Hades isn't the Greek embodiment of death, then who is? Well, my dearest gentle viewer, that credit will go to the beloved minor deity, Thanatos. Thanatos is the son of Nyx, also known as Night, and the twin brother of Hypnos, also known as Sleep. Thanatos is prominently featured in the myth of Sisyphus. Right, we've got to talk about the myth of Sisyphus. So, aside from Sisyphean tasks, Sisyphus is most known after that as a bit of a trickster. After he died the first time, yes, he's died 3 times. After he died the first time, Sisyphus found Thanatos, or really Thanatos found him, and he chained Thanatos up. That stopped death's natural work for a good minute and started pissing off the gods, like Hades. This is where the god of war Ares came down and freed Thanatos to do his natural work. That was the first of Sisyphus's major incursions. The second incursion of Sisyphus involved Hades himself, where Sisyphus set up a plot in order to try and trick Hades into letting him go back into the overworld, the main world. Basically, he instructed his wife to not leave the usual offerings that would typically be left for a dead person entering the underworld. That way, he could play a case against Hades, but not just Hades, he's also playing against his warm, kind-hearted wife, Persephone. Sisyphus made the case that he should go back to his earthly body so that he could properly instruct his wife to leave the proper offerings, and Persephone also was pulled by this and convinced Hades on the side to, let him go back. We know what married life is like. We should probably let him go back. So the moment that Sisyphus was allowed back into his earthly body, as completely fucking expected, he obviously did not re-instruct his wife and then go back to the underworld. He just lived a normal, long, healthy life. The fates were like, damn, okay, and just extended his life. It's funny as hell. And where was Thanatos in all of this? Oh, hell no. Nowhere to be fucking found. Thanatos did not want the smoke. He's already been chained up once. He does not want to be chained up again. So Sisyphus not only got away with it, he lived a long, healthy, natural life Everybody give Thanatos 5 big booms for surviving his BDSM side quest. Thank you for consuming this video with the rapid pace that you consumed it at. Check in with me tomorrow where I, too, will be changed to a rock and have my liver pecked out by birds.